Lloyd Forger leans in to kiss your Forger, which leads Yor to panic slightly. To help calm her nerves. Lloyd whispers to her that they don't have to do this, which leads Yuri Breyer to question. As Yuri watches this, he reflects back on his past with Yor raising him and him wanting to marry her. Yuri instead ends up being the one to take the slap as he got between her and Lloyd. Yuri flies across the room, waking up Anya Forger. Yuri gets up with a bloody face and misinterprets the slap as Yor being mad that he tried to stop their kiss. Yor, who is also drunk, has trouble balancing as well, is caught by Lloyd, who holds them both up. Lloyd thanks Yuri for all the work he has done to protect and support his sister and assures him that he'll do everything he can to support her as well. Yuri, embarrassed, slaps away the hand Lloyd was using to hold him up with and announces he's going home. Yor thanks Lloyd for tonight and how he was willing to accept Yuri as family. Lloyd comments how he envies the two of them as someone who doesn't have any other family apart from Anya. Yor comments that she just wants to go to bed, to which they remember the shared love bed they had set up for Yuri's visit and say they'll sleep separately. Anya and Yor sleep, while Lloyd reads an issue of the Spy Wars comics.
Anya Forger wakes up and questions who that is before remembering that he's her uncle. She reads Lloyd's mind and finds out that Yuri was a member of the secret police. She questions what the secret police are and concludes that there's something exciting. She cries out to Lloyd, asking why he didn't let her see Yuri, who's surprised that it meant so much to her. Anya, who was reading Lloyd's thoughts, begins to chime in to tell him what Yor is before pausing and saying she's a bad cook. He pretends to wipe off some gunk on her neck while planting the bug on her. As Anya is about to get on the school bus, she looks back to Yor and Lloyd and tells them to get along. They respond by telling her they're fine, and Lloyd tells her to make sure she gets along with her classmates. At the SS headquarters, Yuri gets questioned by an SS lieutenant about his injuries. Yuri tells him that Lloyd doesn't deserve Yor, and the lieutenant questions if it's because Lloyd is a bad guy. Yuri tells him Lloyd was nice, but it could have been an act and he's secretly a spy that needs to be locked up. At Berlin City Hall, Yor is typing at her desk while holding back tears and wants to know how to be a good wife. Lloyd is atop the City Hall roof while listening in and thinks about how they didn't dig up any information about past relationships that she had, and confirms that Yor has never been in relationship before. Yor gets stopped by Lloyd and Frankie Franklin in disguise as secret police officers. Lloyd tells her that in their mail inspection they noticed that the letter she just posted was a coded message to the West. Lloyd tells her that they'll need to take her back to the station. Yor tells them that she works hard for this country every day and would never commit treason. Frankie tells her not to play dumb and to come quietly as he lunges at her, but gets interrupted by Yor throwing him to the ground, and she reminds him that she's a married woman and asks him not to touch her. Yor tells them that her husband and brother are respectable men, and if they are going to harm him she'll show them no mercy. Lloyd asks Frankie, whom he calls Lieutenant Mop, if he's sure he deciphered the code correctly. Yor leaves and Lloyd removes his mask. Lloyd again pretends to get some gunk off her collar as he removes the bug he planted. Yor apologizes for being a failure as a wife who's not even able to keep her clothes clean. Lloyd thinks back to Frankie's comment about doubting her before crushing and throwing away the bug he planted. Anya returns home on the bus and is welcomed by Yor. Anya is relieved to see them getting along, and Lloyd comments that they were never fighting.
Thanks for watching and subscribe the channel.